Start, ma'am.
A warm good morning to today's fifth session of Imprint, the 7 days online personality development program under value added courses being conducted by the Cluster Institution, Center for Literary Interaction and Creativity, RAJKUMAR KEWALRAMANI Kanya Mahavidyalaya Nagpur, MANOHARRAO KAMDI Mahavidyalaya Nagpur, DAYANAND ARYA Kanya Mahavidyalaya Nagpur, and ANJUMAN Girls Degree College of Arts Nagpur. I heartily welcome our respected organizers, coordinators, teachers, research scholars, and all our dear participants in today's session. Today is the fifth day in the series of seventh day personality development course. Today we are highly privileged to have with us a very magnanimous and stalwartly personality, Dr. Madhvi Mohril Madam with us. Let me introduce to you to Dr. Madhvi Mohril Madam. Dr. Madhvi Mohril is currently working as an associate professor in Rajkumar Kevalramani Kanya Mahavidyalaya Nagpur. She has 14 years of teaching experience. She has coordinated NAC for 2 terms. Madam has completed minor research project sanctioned by ICSSR. She has coordinated certificate courses for college students and is a soft skill trainer too. She is also a member Board of Studies, Rashtrasanta Tukadoji Maharaj Nagpur University, Nagpur. Friends, an important prerequisite to being ambitious is knowing yourself and setting goals, true to yourself and your life. For most people, ambition isn't about achieving massive wealth, fame, power, or influence. Rather, it's about doing whatever they can to achieve their own version of success. To give a brief insight about the do and don'ts in terms of ambitions and determinations to build a healthy way of life, today Dr. Madhvi Mohril would explore her insightful discourse on the very brilliant topic Be Ambitious, Do and Don'ts. With a great honor, I welcome you, ma'am, and I invite you to deliver your scholarly presentation. Dr. Madhvi Mohril, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Meenakshi ma'am, for your kind words. At the outset, I would like to express my gratitude to the principals of host institutions, Dr. Usha Sakure ma'am, Dr. Urmila Dabir madam, Dr. Shraddha Naidu madam, Dr. Sadhna Shilidar madam, and the coordinators of Imprint, Dr. Meenakshi Vasnik, Dr. Sujata Chakravarti, Dr. Kapil Singhal, Dr. Nasir Pathan, for giving me an opportunity to conduct this session and to be with the students through this session. Thank you so much, ma'am. Please allow me to share the screen. Hope my presentation is visible, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it's clearly visible. You can proceed.
Thank you so much. Thank you. A very good morning to dear participants. In the previous sessions of Imprint, deliberations were made on leadership, problem solving, verbal communication skills, overcoming self-doubt, and work ethics, which are very significant to be imbibed within personality to prepare you as job ready for the commercial market. Fame, it is an ambition, very common term, something that you very much want to have or to do, an aspiration to have something to do, or an aspiration to have something as your position, that is called an ambition. जैसे हिंदी में महत्वाकांक्षा बोलते हैं और उच्चाकांक्षा भी बोला जाता है, कुछ करने की, कुछ बनने की तीव्र इच्छा, that is ambition. Mahatvakanksha, that is called an ambition, a very common term. We use this term many times to show our future or to discuss our future goals or whatever we want to be in life. That is Mahatvakanksha, ambition. If an ambition is cherished and persuaded with great efforts, it leads towards success. But if one takes an overdose on ambition and becomes over ambitious, he or she leads towards destruction. Hence, it is very much pertinent to discuss this soft skill to be ambitious, do's and don'ts. We are going to deal with this issue in this session, that is, be ambitious, do's and don'ts. Ambition. As I have told you, it is a strong desire for social standing, self-identity, to achieve fame or power. For example, we say it has always been her ambition to become a successful writer, है ना. कभी कभी हम बोलते हैं कि शी इज वेरी एम्बिशियस, बहुत एम्बिशियस है वो, और उसको डॉक्टर बनना है या उसको एक सक्सेसफुल राइटर बनना है या एक पॉलिटिकल लीडर बनना है. She wants to be a political leader, she wants to be a successful writer. That is her ambition, or that is his ambition. It has been criticized many times that one problem of the young people today is their lack of ambition. They have a great potential, but पैथेटिकली दे मिस द स्पार्क ऑफ एम्बिशन. बहुत बार यंगस्टर्स के लिए बोला जाता है कि पोटेंशियल तो बहुत है, लेकिन द स्पार्क ऑफ एम्बिशन इज मिसिंग. उनमें वो स्पार्क नहीं है एम्बिशन का, वो महत्वाकांक्षा नहीं है कि टू डू समथिंग, टू अचीव समथिंग, to attain something spiritedly or eagerly. They are lacking in that particular spirit. They are lacking in that particular spark that is called as ambition. And that's why ambition is very much important as far as your personal goals are concerned, as far as your professional goals are concerned, as far as your educational goals are concerned. To achieve that particular goal, whatever it is set by you, to achieve that particular goal, ambition is the first point. Ambition is the first step. You have to keep the ambition. If one of the pictures in this slide, if you can see, a pawn is standing in front of the mirror, and he is seen possessing the ambition to become the king. If that ambition has been charged in the mind of that particular pawn, in the mind of that particular soldier, he wants to lead that ambition, and that ambition is assisted with sincere efforts. If that ambition is assisted with very sincere and very clear, transparent and devoted efforts, definitely a day may come to his life that he can be the king. But to become the king, it is not an immediate process. He has to be charged with the spirit of ambition. He has to be charged with the spark of ambition. That is important. Anyone can achieve anything. Nothing is impossible. The thing is that we have to get charged with the spark of ambition. In the second picture, we can see, in another picture, we can see a professional is climbing a ladder of success because he is charged with a peculiar ambition. This is the ladder of success. This is the graph of success, and he wants to attain to the peak. He wants to reach to the acme, isn't it? He is charged with ambition. He wants to be the MD of a company, or he wants to be the CEO of the company. He is charged with that particular ambition. He is trying accordingly, and that's why nothing will be impossible for him if he is charged with ambition. Attaining or chasing ambition is doing something passionately, जिसको बोलते हैं ना मराठी में उत्कटतेने, with very ambition with a spirit, or ambition with a particular, or with a eager feeling, eager sense, isn't it? It has been chased. Nothing is impossible to the person who is charged with ambition and with his passion. Ambition is doing something passionately. If something is done passionately, one is bound to get it with success. So success is impossible without ambition. The destination of success, or the destination to achieve something, it starts with the spark of ambition, and that's why ambition is a very important element in the journey, or we can say that it is the first point to attain success. It is very important. Ambition, again, while discussing the term, the records show that in India, a staggering 1.58 crore children aged between 10 to 17 years are addicted to drugs. A new government report at the extent of substance abuse in India found that at least 57 million Indian, that is 5.2 of the total population, are dependent on alcohol and need the treatment for alcohol abuse. It is sheer waste of beautiful life. It is a sheer waste of time. It is the sheer waste of the energy which has been given to you by God. This should not be done. Why such pathetic picture is there in India related to youngster? Because they are lacking in ambition. If every youngster is ignited with fair ambition, definitely they will get their identity and will contribute for the nation construct. So we can say being ambitious is good. If this question is asked, is it an attribute? Is ambition an attribute? Is it a quality? The answer is yes, it is a quality. It is an attribute to a personality. Should one keep it? Yes, one must keep it, isn't it? Because it gives a reason to your life. In the pictures, you can see the picture of Nick. An example of Nick is quite relevant in this regard, that how a person can change his life, or how one can get the meaning. Nick was born without arms and legs, but still went on to become a swimmer. That was his ambition, though he was without arms, though he was without legs, isn't it? He was charged with the ambition that I want to be a good swimmer. Consistent efforts were there, sincere efforts were there, and very successfully he proved himself a swimmer, a very good swimmer. And he is a success story, and he is a great inspiration to so many youngsters, not only belong to his country, but worldwide he has become a figure of great inspiration because he was charged with ambition. He achieved that particular dream. He got the reason for life because of his ambition. Another example we can see, that is the well-known figure, that is of Arunima Sinha. She was pushed from a running train by robbers while she was resisting them. She had multiple fractures in her spinal cord. Despite the tragic and challenging present, she possessed an ambition to climb each of the continent's highest peak and hoist the national flag of India is really very commendable. Just because of ambition, isn't it? She just changed her life. She changed her approach. It was possible for her to change her life just because of she was ignited with a particular ambition. That spark of ambition was there, and of course the ambition was assisted with sincere and very true efforts. She could achieve her dream. आसान नहीं है कि जब ट्रेन में, चलती ट्रेन में जब रॉबर्स ने चेन स्नैच करने के लिए इसने विरोध किया, इसने अपनी चेन नहीं दे दी गोल्ड की रॉबर्स को और उसको विरोध किया, तो रॉबर्स ने इसको चलती ट्रेन से फेंक दिया. फेंकने के बाद इट वाज वेरी टफ फॉर हर, इट वाज वेरी चैलेंजिंग फॉर हर to come out from that particular trauma, to come out from that particular disability, क्योंकि वहां से जो उभरी, that was just the blessing of God. She says that I was divinely blessed at that particular time, and that's why I could realize that I should do something, isn't it, for to prove myself. That ambition was there. आसान नहीं था कि ऐसी कंडीशन में खुद को फिर से एक महत्वाकांक्षा से प्रेरित करके खुद को प्रूव करना. इट वाज नॉट सो इजी, क्योंकि फैमिली ने भी ये मान लिया था कि नाउ शी इज फिजिकली handicapped or she is disabled, physically disabled kind of a person, but she was not ready to accept that particular kind, that particular type of life for her. She was fused with ambition, she worked hard, और जग के 7 पीक्स को पहुंचने का डिसीजन अरुणिमा सिन्हा ने किया, and commendably she has achieved 2 of them, कि अफ्रीका के किलिमंजारो को भी पहुंच गई है, यूरोप के भी एक पीक को उसने अटेन किया है. So very commendable. This was in the society, or to prove herself, or to find out her identity, to understand her identity and her ability. And that's why while thinking about these 2 cases, and in case of ambition, if we ask this question, is it an attribute, is it a quality, we would like to say that yes, it is a quality, it is an attribute. One must keep it because it gives a shape to your personality, it gives a reason to live, it gives a reason to fight against the challenges of life, to fight against the challenges of adversity. So ambition must be there. If you watch Paralympic Games, you will be mesmerized to see ambitions of physically disabled participants who are ignited with ambition to win and overcome their disability. So ambition is an attribute to a personality. One should keep it, rather one must keep it to shape his or her life. Unfortunately, many youngsters fail to understand this, and they live their life with complete laziness. They live their life without any aim, without any focus, without any goal. Many young people are seen lacking in ambition because they take blessings for granted, and they don't realize the value of rare opportunities in their grasp. Whatever they have been given by the God, good physical health, sharp talent, skill, whatever they are having, it is just sheer waste of their talent, waste of their energy, waste of their time, just because of the weakness, lack of ambition on their part. So Napoleon Hill very aptly say, there is one weakness in people for which there is no remedy. It is universal weakness of lack of ambition. There is no remedy over the problem if you are lacking in ambition. This is not a problem with a particular person. It is said to be the universal problem. It is universal. It is seen everywhere. So we have to charge ourselves with a particular ambition. We have to set a goal to prove our capacity, to prove our potential, to prove our patience, isn't it? To test our patience. We have to set a particular goal. We have to set a particular ambition. We have to be ambitious person to prove our identity or to get the social recognition. The youngsters, the person who has been presented in the picture, such people need to understand that good education and a comfortable life are both blessings given to them that their parents worked hard for. And that's why they should just leave their laziness and they should charge themselves with ambition to prove their goal or to prove their identity. There are some reasons to carry and pursue a particular ambition in life. What are the reasons? Why should I be ambitious? The first thing is that it makes me aware of my capacity. If I will not be charged by any ambition, if I will not be ignited with any ambition, if I do not have any goal in front of me, I will not be able to prove my capacity. मैं ये जान ही नहीं पाऊंगी कि मुझ में काबिलियत क्या है, मुझ में क्या potential है, what the potential I am having. I will not be able to find out it if I will not be charged with ambition, isn't it? So ambition makes me aware of my capacity. If I want to be a good orator, I know that I have the capacity. The people listen to me attentively. I have the capacity to speak in front of the people. मुझे पता है कि अच्छा वक्ता बनने की एक skill मुझ में है. If I work for it and I have the ambition to be a good orator, वक्ता दश सहस्त्रेषु, ऐसा एम्बिशन अगर मैं रखती हूँ कि इतने सब लोगों में से एक वक्ता हो सकता है तो मुझे वही वक्ता बनना है. I want to be an orator. If that is my ambition and I chase my ambition sincerely, very diligently, what will happen? That particular chasing of ambition will give me my identity और it will prove my identity in its real sense. मुझे पता भी नहीं होगा कि अरे इतनी बड़ी capacity मुझ में है ना? When I will achieve that particular aim with the help of my ambition. So it makes me aware of my capacity. Ambition makes me aware of my capacity. मेरी काबिलियत पहचानने की, मेरी क्षमता, मेरा potential पहचानने की capacity, ये मुझे ambition देता है. Secondly, it tests my patience. Always the way of success is not so easy. जो रास्ता होता है सक्सेस का वो कभी आसान नहीं होता. If you try to attain success, if you have some ambition and that ambition is converted into a dream and you want to chase that, you want to make that dream a reality, that way always is difficult. It will be full of problems. It will be full of adversities. हर एडवर्सिटी, हर प्रॉब्लम आपके पेशेंस को चेक करेगा, क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम को फेस करने के बाद यू विल हैव अगेन टू gain the courage. You will have to stand up to face the problem again. It needs great patience, and that's why your ambition, setting a particular goal or being ambitious in nature, it tests my patience, isn't it? And that's why it is very important. The third thing is it helps me to achieve my dreams, isn't it? If I have to be, I want to be, in case of Arunima Sinha, or in case of Nick, he wants to be a good swimmer. That was his dream. And that ambition was there that he wanted to be a good swimmer. He worked hard for that. He lived his dream in reality. Living the dream in reality was possible just because of getting ignited by a particular ambition. In case of Arunima Sinha, the same thing was there. She could live the dream of a very successful, a very popular, a very inspirational kind of a figure because she lived her dream. She could achieve her dream because in the very first step, she was charged with a particular ambition, isn't it? And that's why it helps me to achieve my dream. It paves way for my success. The way of success, it starts with a particular ambition. It starts with setting a goal, and that's why it paves the way for my success. Success तभी मिलेगा जब success की शुरुआत होगी, है ना? बैठे बैठे in a previous slide we have seen the picture of a lazy person. He will not be able to gain any success. He will not be able to achieve any success. Why? Because he is not charged with ambition. And that's why if you want to live your success, if you want to experience your success, you have to be very ambitious, and that's why it paves the way for my success. Third, the last one, it gives me a reason to live, है ना? In the case of again Arunima Sinha, that particular ambition, अभी भी ambition शुरू ही है कि 7 peaks cover करने हैं, वहां पे जाके भारत का झंडा वहां पे रोना है ना? That particular dream is there. She is chasing that particular dream. She is chasing that. She is charged with ambition, and she is chasing that particular dream. 2 peaks attend हो गए हैं, and still she is continuing with her ambitious spirit, isn't it? That is giving her the reason to live. The life gets a particular shape, a meaning, a reason with the help of ambition. And that's why should I keep the ambition? Why should I be ambitious? If some question is there are multiple reasons to that it makes me aware of my capacity. It tests my patience. It helps me to achieve my dream. It paves the way. It gives me a reason to live. I dare to dream, and that's why I dare to dream. इसलिए ख्वाब देखने की हिम्मत करनी चाहिए. ख्वाब देखने की मैंने हिम्मत की, मेरे एम्बिशन से उस ख्वाब को जीने की कोशिश की. That should be the spirit. I dare to dream and live it with my ambitious nature and committed nature, है ना? Always just ambition is not enough. Again I repeat, सिर्फ ambitious होना, सिर्फ महत्वाकांक्षी होना ये sufficient नहीं है. It should be assisted with committed nature. It should be assisted with sincere efforts. Then only we will be able to achieve our dream. Then only we will be able to achieve our success. Dare to dream. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Your destiny is determined by your choice, not by your chance. Chance तो था, नसीब में था कि रॉबर्ट्स आए, लूट के मुझे फेंक के चले जाए. That was the part of chance. That was the part of fate. But she did not accept that fate as it is. Her choice was to determine her destiny. Her destiny जो था, उसका जो एक last station जैसे बोलते हैं कि she wanted to write her own fate, है ना? She changed it completely with the help of ambition. अगर अरुणिमा सिन्हा ये बोलती थी, 1000 reasons देती थी कि अभी तो मेरा multiple fractures है, मैं नहीं कर सकती, मैं ऐसी ही रहूंगी, तो no one would have blamed her. उसको जस्टिफाई ही करते थे कि नहीं सही बात है. She has become very weak now. She has become physically disabled now, and that's why every reason was could be justified in her case to just sit idly. She did not accept that. It was her choice to be a self-independent kind of a woman, to prove her identity with the help of her ambition, to prove her identity with the help of her spirit. And that's why dare to dream. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Another example can be quoted here. Another example is quite relevant here. It is the example of Kalpana Chawla. You know the character, you know a great, a very popular, a very famous kind of an astronaut from India. When she was a child, she had a dream to go to space. Her ambition paved the way to live her dream in reality. She was in a team of astronauts, very commendable. It was really very commendable that a girl from Punjab could attain such a great success because she was sparked with ambition, because she was charged with ambition, and a member of International Space Center. That's why, again, I would like to repeat, we have to say, I dare to dream and live it with my ambitious and committed nature. Every one of us have to be ambitious. There is nothing wrong. There is nothing bad to be ambitious, isn't it? What if it is in excess? How to avoid over ambitious nature? We will discuss it in the coming slides. But right now, we have to decide that we have to be ambitious. We have to set some goal, and we have to be very, committed to achieve that particular goal. We have to be ambitious in that way. Ambitions can be chased or followed. in these stages, that sometimes we have educational ambitions, sometimes we have professional ambitions, sometimes we have personal ambitions, and we try to live it, we try to complete our ambitions, isn't it? Sometimes we say that she is very ambitious for her educational career. She has scored 95% in boards, she has scored 98% in boards, she has scored 99% in boards. Very ambitious kind of a girl she is. Sometimes the ambition is to become an IS officer. Sometimes an ambition is to become an IPS officer, or to a good politician like that. These are the educational ambitions one should have. When one is passing through the phase of a student's life, one should be charged with this ambition. That is, educational ambition should be there. So particular target, particular goal should be there. Sometimes there are professional ambitions. Some people desire to get deserved recognition of the position, professional community, and desire to attain the desired higher positions, isn't it? For example, my ambition is to be the CEO of my company, or I want to be the manager of my branch, manager of this particular branch. I want to be the MD of this particular firm, like that. These are called the professional ambitions. So many people are charged with professional ambitions, and they try to want to leave their success, and they want to attain to the success with the help of their ambition. Of course, ambitions are assisted with their sincere efforts. Sometimes personal ambitions also there, related to self-image, related to family, that I want to put my family in this particular position. That is my ambition. Every person in my family should be happy, should be satisfied. That is my ambition. It can be. So educational ambitions are there, professional ambitions are there, and personal ambitions are there. Now, these are the success stories. Each and every person in this picture, in this collage, they are fused with a particular ambition. They had a particular ambition. They worked hard to achieve success, and they enjoyed success. They received a reason to live with the help of their ambition. The very first picture you can see, it is a picture of Narayan Murthy with an ambition to be an entrepreneur, a very successful entrepreneur. And the journey started from the 2 BHK flat in Pune. Now it is a multinational company, and he is just reaching his goal and has become a great kind of a very popular and very successful kind of an entrepreneur, isn't it? The journey started with ambition. Another picture we can see a great Indian icon, that is Amitabh Bachchan, with his ambition and success. He is a great inspiration to millions of people of India. The third picture we can see, it is of Kapil Dev. He was with an ambition to win first World Cup for India. He worked hard for that, and he lived this success with the help of the journey of success started with a particular ambition. To the society that an IPS can be a woman. So to break that particular frame of the established tradition and to prove herself a first IPS woman officer in India, it was very challenging. It was a great challenge in front of her, but she proved it. She was fused with the ambition. She was charged with the ambition to become an IPS officer, and she lived her dream. It was the reason to live. And if we read her autobiography, I dare, we come to know that how she changed Tihar jail into Tihar ashram. Very inspirational story she has. Another example, Dhirubhai Ambani, isn't it? He wanted to be an entrepreneur and job giver. He was a very ambitious kind of a person. He lived his ambition, isn't it? Another wonderful, very popular kind of a picture, it has been presented here, that is of Rajnikant, Shivajirao Gaikwad, who worked as a coolie in the very beginning and a bus conductor, but fulfilled his ambition to be an actor. Again, the journey was not so easy. It was very difficult, but he lived his dream. He fulfilled his ambition with a great spirit. Very popular personality, Honorable Prime Minister of India, that is Narendra Modi ji. He is having an ambition to develop India as Vishwa Guru, isn't it? He is chasing that particular dream. He is having that great ambition and chasing that particular dream. He is making the people charged with that particular ambition, because of which he has been charged, isn't it? And he is leading the nation in a very fantastic way. Another picture is there of Priyanka Chopra. Priyanka Chopra, we know, with an ambition working in Hollywood. very wonderfully, very commendably she is doing that. Another picture of Sudha Chandran is there. At the age of 16, she is also a great inspirational story to us. This particular lady has done, very commendable, very surprising things in her life, that at the age of 16, she had an accident, and in which her legs were very severely wounded. Despite she proved as a successful Bharatanatyam dancer. She had undergone surgery also and operations also, but she proved herself a very successful Bharatanatyam dancer despite her accident, despite severe injuries to her legs. Mary Kom is there, all-time favorite. She never let anything to come between she and her success quest for winning. In 2007, she became the mother of twins, isn't it? And in 2012, she achieved Olympic for the nation. Very commendable and a very inspirational, motivational story of her life is, isn't it? All these people were charged with great ambition. APJ Abdul Kalam is there, a missile man of India. And he had a vision, he had an ambition to see India. He had a vision 2020 for India. Proved India as a nuclear power, isn't it? Great vision he had, great ambition he had, and sincere efforts to chase that particular ambition is there. Another personality is there, Indra Nui. Excellent example, ignited with ambition. It was not so easy for her to attain the position of a CEO of Pepsi Cola, isn't it? It was very difficult because in US to prove her identity, so many other people were there in the race, isn't it? But she proved her capacity, she proved her potential to be the CEO of Pepsi Cola because she was charged with ambition. She wanted to prove herself, her identity, her potential, and she lived the success in reality. These all people, they were charged with ambition, and that's why they could attain success. These are all the success stories. It is ambition which gives you an opportunity to prove yourself, your capacity, your potential. So keep away from those who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you believe that you too can become great. It is said by Mark Twain. Believe in those people who believe in you, who support your ambition. Keep away from those who try to belittle your ambitions. You should have ambition and keep a distance from those who just, dishearten you. Small people always do that, but the really great make you believe that you too can become great. Ambition is enthusiasm with a purpose. What is ambition? In all those slides we have seen, what is ambition? Ambition is an enthusiasm with a purpose. It is with a purpose. एक रीजन होता है, एक पर्पस होता है, उद्देश्य से किया जाने वाला प्रयास, that is ambition. So ambition is an enthusiasm with a purpose. It is an enthusiasm with a purpose, but excess of anything is always harmful. किसी भी चीज का एक्सेस, अति जिसे बोलते हैं ना, अति सर्वत्र वर्जयेत ऐसे बोला जाता है कि किसी भी चीज का एक्सेस ये हार्मफुल ही होता है. In the same way, a particular dose of ambition is good. It leads towards success. It helps you to get your identity in real sense. But the overdose of ambition, it always leads towards destruction. It always leads towards harm. And that's why if there is over ambition, be aware of that. A wonderful example I would like to tell you in this regard of Macbeth, a very wonderful play written by Shakespeare, a great dramatist. बहुत अच्छा लड़वैया है, शूर सेनापति है डंकन का. Once he meets three witches, tell him the prophecy that he will be the king of Scotland. एक बार three witches आती है और उसका भविष्य बताती है और उसको बोलती है कि तुम आगे का राजा बनोगे. Isn't it? Basically, Macbeth is ambitious, but is a good man also. है ना? Ambition control में है तब तक सही है. It gives a particular it gives you a particular reason to live, isn't it? Ambition, it is control. You haven't lost your consciousness, isn't it? Conscience in this regard, then ambition is good. Ambition in Macbeth is provoked by three witches and his wife, Lady Macbeth. But it has been provoked by two factors, that is, Lady Macbeth, his wife, and the three witches. Macbeth fails to wait, and his over-ambitious nature encourages him to murder the king drunken ruthlessly. लेकिन एम्बिशन जब ओवर एम्बिशन में कन्वर्ट होती है तो ही कुड नॉट वेट एंड ही kills his very good king, that is Duncan. ओवर एम्बिशियस नेचर से अपने ही राजा का कत्ल कर देता है, अपने ही राजा का मर्डर कर देता है. He becomes the new king of Scotland. But he murders his best friend Banquo also. अपना पोजीशन प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए बैंको नाम के अपने अच्छे फ्रेंड को भी मार देता है. Over ambitious nature of Macbeth leads towards destruction and civil war. Eventually, he faces civil war, and in that war, he dies. To protect his throne, he kills many more innocent people. Eventually, it results into that. He gets destroyed because of over ambition. He loses his wife. She loses her mental control also, and she commits suicide. Macbeth dies in war just for the ambition for throne. Our story should not be the story of Macbeth. Our story should be the story of success. And that's why we have to avoid some things. In this picture, we can see a lady. We can see an over-ambitious lady who is ruthlessly trampling the vulnerable competitor or employee or her colleague. She has become over-ambitious, and that's why she doesn't know what she is doing. And that's why excessive ambition should be avoided. Over-ambitious nature should be avoided, because excessive ambition leads to, first, it's a damage to reputation. Macbeth loses his reputation because of over-ambition. जब तक एक अच्छा सैनिक था, रिलायबल सैनिक था, he had a particular position in a society, a particular reputation in a society. लेकिन जब डंकन का कत्ल किया राजा बनने के लिए, over ambitious nature के लिए, that was the damage to his reputation. Secondly, it damage to relationships. बहुत बार over ambitious लोगों के पास अपने कहने वाले लोग नहीं होते. They lose their friends, isn't it? Because of over ambitious nature, they hurt so many people. A good relationship, it gets damaged because of over ambitious nature. Because when you become over ambitious, you don't know the difference between what should be done and what I am doing, and that's why it damages to the relationships. It creates anxiety and depression. जब ओवर एम्बिशियस व्यक्ति कोई गलत काम करता है तो नेचुरली खुद को छोड़ के वो कहाँ जाएगा, है ना? We know ourselves better. Lady Macbeth, at the end, she loses her mental control. Why? Because she knows whatever, because of over ambitious nature, whatever she has done, that was not right. And that's why it creates anxiety, it creates discomfort, it creates depression. And that's why we have to avoid excess of ambition. Over ambitious nature is not good for our mental being, for our relationships, for our reputation as well. It causes stress, है ना? गलत काम जब हाथ से हो जाता है ओवर एम्बिशियस एटीट्यूड से, तो नेचुरली उसका स्ट्रेस हमें आता है. It causes stress. And ultimately, eventually, it ends with catastrophic failure. सब कुछ हम अटेंड करते हैं, लेकिन सब कुछ मिलने के बाद भी सुकून हम खो देते हैं. That satisfaction is not there, that peace of mind is not there, and that's why it ends with catastrophic failure. We feel that Macbeth राजा भी बनता है, डंकन को मार के राजा बनता है, राजा बने रहता है, लेकिन फिर भी at the end he doesn't get satisfaction, he doesn't remain happy, because it ends with excessive ambition, ends with catastrophic failure. So we have to avoid the excessive ambition. We have to avoid the over-ambitious nature in our journey of success. We have to control our ambition. These are some of the steps we can take. We have to stop comparing ourselves with others, isn't it? We have to stop comparing ourselves with others. दूसरों से अपनी कंपैरिजन रोक देनी, अपनी कंपैरिजन अपने से ही होनी चाहिए. आज जो है, आज से कल मेरा बेहतर हो, और वो बेहतर मोरालिटी से गिरा हुआ हो, नोबिलिटी से गिरा हुआ हो. दिस थिंग वी हैव टू कीप इन आवर माइंड. वी हैव टू स्टॉप कंपेयरिंग आवरसेल्व्स टू अदर. होल्ड मीटिंग्स विथ योरसेल्व्स. वी हैव कंटिन्यूअस डायलॉग विथ आवरसेल्व्स. वी हैव टू बी इंट्रोस्पेक्टिव मेनी टाइम्स, है ना? Whether whatever I am doing to chase my ambition, is it right? Should I do that? This question should be asked before attaining that particular ambition. So, holding meetings with yourself is important. Third thing, try to get outside wins. Apart from getting an authority, have I won the trust of my colleagues? If I have won the trust of my colleagues, that is my outside win, isn't it? While attaining that particular, while leaving for that particular ambition, whatever I am gaining, है ना, these are outside wins. We have to look to what we have, है ना, जो हम हैं, whatever our capacities are there, whatever the morality is there, accordingly we will have to chase our ambition, and we will have to achieve our ambition with complete sincerity. We have to be grateful after trying our level best. We have to be grateful to God that whatever you have given me, I accept that, I accept all that, and I'm grateful to you for giving me or letting me live my dream. Know what you are after before you do it. If I have an ambition to be the CEO of the company, I will have to be professional. My priority will be my company and not my friendship. I will be a CEO first and then a friend of my friend. My decisions may harm our friendship, and that's why. So it is quite relevant in this regard that you have to know what you are before you do it, isn't it? These are the things to control over ambition. If we take into consideration these threats of becoming overconfident, overambitious, and if we possess healthy ambition, definitely it will be a virtue. We have to be ambitious. We should not be overambitious. Always remember, we owe to our society, we owe to our country. Our ambitions and our goals should be, rather must be, for the betterment of our society, and it should be for the nation construct. So eventually, with this message, I would like to take leave. Ambition has the power to change the fate of success. Let us use this power to change the fate of our success. Thank you so much. Meenakshi ma'am, I'm done.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Students have any question they can ask.
Yeah, yeah.
Dear participants, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and ask. Hello, dear participants, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and ask. There are no questions as such, madam. So it was a very wonderful presentation. Thank you so much for lending your precious time. And you have ignited our participants with your illustrious presentation by giving numerous examples of great personalities that really charged and sparked the ignition of the participants. So thank you very much, madam. So
Thank you.
I now propose the formal vote of thanks. So on behalf of all the cluster institution, I extend my deep sense of gratitude for conducting this program, and I extend my thanks to Dr. Madhvi Nehru madam for accepting our invitation and for giving her insightful presentation. And thanks to all our dear participants for your active participation in this program. So meet you tomorrow at the same time. Till then, goodbye and have a good day. Thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. मैडम नहीं मिलेगा इंस्ट्रूमेंट इसको जाने इंटेक को मैडम ये देखो काटो अटे तो एक्सेस करो एक्सेस चेक भी पाठवून मैडम दिला ना चेक मॅडम वाचते ते आहे ये टाकून द्यायचे आपले महिन्याच्या महिन्यात चालतं चालू